What's the most devastating betrayal you've ever faced? I was folding my daughter's onesies when the police knocked on my door and shattered my world with news about my husband and our baby. I met Jake 3 years earlier at a coffee shop where I was waitressing. He was charming, with this goofy smile that made my heart skip, and after just a few weeks of flirting over lattes, he proposed. Not with a ring, we were both broke, but with a promise of a big wedding someday. I didn't care about the money. I was head over heels, and we got married at the courthouse, giggling like kids as we signed the papers. Life felt perfect, like we were unstoppable together. A few months later, I found out I was pregnant with our daughter, Lily. Jake was over the moon, painting her nursery a soft yellow and building her crib by hand. He'd bring me ice cream at 2 a.m., rub my feet when they swelled, and whisper to my belly, promising Lily the world. I'd watch him, my heart so full I thought it might burst. When Lily was born, Jake cried harder than I did, holding her tiny body like she was made of glass. I thought we'd made it, that our little family was everything I'd ever dreamed of. But then things shifted. Jake stopped kissing me goodnight. He'd come home from work and slump on the couch, barely saying a word. The weekly flowers he used to surprise me with, gone. I chalked it up to the stress of being a new dad. I tried to make it easier for him, packing his lunches, ironing his shirts, taking on all of Lily's nighttime feedings so he could sleep. I'd leave little notes in his lunchbox, hoping to spark that old Jake back to life, but he was slipping away, and I didn't know how to stop it. One evening, Jake said he was taking Lily for a quick drive to get ice cream. I was feeling rough, probably just the exhaustion of motherhood, so I told him to go ahead. I kissed Lily's forehead, handed her to him, and watched them pull out of the driveway. An hour passed, then 2. By the 3rd hour, my stomach was in knots. I called his phone, but it went straight to voicemail. When the 4th hour hit, I was pacing, ready to call the police myself. Then came the knock. 2 officers stood on my porch, their faces grim. They told me Jake had crashed the car. Neither he nor Lily survived. I collapsed, screaming, clawing at the floor. My world ended at that moment. The officers had to hold me back because I was ready to follow them, to end it all just to be with my baby again. They took me to the morgue, and seeing Jake and Lily, my beautiful girl, still in her car seat, broke something in me I'll never fix. A few days later, my mom came over, her eyes red from crying. She sat me down and said there was something I needed to know, something the police hadn't wanted to tell me. They'd pulled the dashcam footage from Jake's car. I didn't understand why that mattered until she played it for me. The audio was muffled, but clear enough. Jake was laughing, moaning, while another woman's voice whispered something I couldn't make out. Lily was in the back seat, her soft coos barely audible over the noise. Then came the screech of tires, the crash, and silence. I sat there, numb, as the truth sank in. Jake had been with another woman, in our car, with our daughter in the back. His betrayal caused the crash that took them both from me. I wanted to scream, to hate him, to erase every moment we'd shared. But even then, a part of me remembered the man who'd built Lily's crib, who'd promised me forever. I hated myself for it, but if I could have seen him one more time, I might have kissed him, just to feel that love again before letting him go. The months that followed were a blur of grief and rage. I sold our house, gave away Jake's things, and moved across the state to escape the memories. Lily's tiny shoes still sit on my nightstand, the only piece of her I can bear to keep close. I don't know if I'll ever forgive Jake, but I know I'll never forgive myself for trusting him so completely. That dash cam didn't just take my family, it took every piece of the life I thought we had.